In this week's show, I shall be standing underneath the Qianli umbrella.
站在这个上面，可以极目千里，可以看到我们三亚的4个海湾。
Strolling along Heaven Street, taking in the cultural ambience.
很多工艺品啊，比如说这里有印章啊，早就看过这个东西，我了解过，但是我都没有自己的哈，
可以试刻一下。
那我过来了。
Learning more about the rainforest while enjoying an all-new jungle experience.
Hold on to your hats!
Take my hand as I take on Yalong Forest Park.
Where the sky meets the sea, high above the rainforest, this is Yalong Bay Tropical Paradise Forest Park.
Forest Park can be found in Hainan's southern city of Sanya and is made up of 5 separate hills which seem to embrace the so-called first bay beneath heaven, Yalong Bay.
景区是世界稀有的海岸性雨林，动植物资源非常的丰富。
虽然是夏天哈，在林子里走一走，感觉特别的凉爽。
Attractive scenes consisting of all manner of tropical plants can be found around the park at every turn.
我们这份凉爽得益于我们景区的植物，植物一共是有133棵，1500余种，在不经意间，藤本攀附、植物绞杀、老茎生花等雨林现象都均有展现。
而且我看这个水面上有很多我没见过的虫子哈，包括那个你看红色的蜻蜓哈，
不只是这个红蜻蜓，还有非常多的小动物。
It's absolutely extraordinary. I've only just come here and already I've seen loads of animals, insects that I've never seen before. Extraordinary. I'm looking forward to today's visit.
Nature's wonders can be perceived whether on the valley floor or on the hillside.
这个桥叫做过江龙索桥。过江龙呢，是我们热带雨林中的一种植物。这个桥因为形状神似过江龙，所以我们就把它命名为过江龙索桥。
This is the highest and longest suspension bridge in Hainan.
全长168米。离地高40米，相当于13层楼的高度。
好高啊！那在桥上肯定要注意安全哈。
Poised on the bridge, I am drawn by the sheer beauty in the distance, its oscillation notwithstanding.
Wow, from here I can see these green rolling hills that just go on for miles and miles, right up to the horizon. And from here, it's a great vantage point to have a view of the tropical rainforest, both behind me and in front of me. I can see this lush coverage, absolutely spectacular.
Crossing the cable bridge and traversing the rainforest, as you reach the opposite mount, you realize in one encompassing vision how small everything is.
站在这个上面，可以极目千里，可以看到我们三亚的4个海湾。
确实可以看得很远很远呢。
Qianli Umbrella affords visitors a superb 360-degree panoramic view.
你说4个海湾，这个应该是亚龙湾吧？
对，在您的这个正前方的方向是海棠湾。
海棠湾有这么近吗？
是的，正上方还有一个小岛蜈支洲岛。您后面的一个方向比较近的那个海湾呢，叫做大东海。再远一点的话呢，是三亚湾的方向。
哇，真的站在这么高的位置，真的感觉我的心情很明朗的啊。Standing up here, looking down upon all I own, at least that's how it feels. I feel not exactly king of the world, but certainly the king of Sanya.
Ascending the hills and navigating the streams, you gaze out upon azure seas and deep blue skies. Below you, the lush mountain slopes bring a certain coolness to the heat of the day.
接下来我们换另外一种方式去更加的深入我们的热带雨林。
哇哦，要去爬树吗？
不爬树，景区有一个项目叫做丛林飞跃，一共有12关需要你去挑战。
这么多？
是的，等你挑战了以后，你就会变成真正的雨林勇士。
来，挑战开始。
我们先穿装备。
好。Once you start, there's no turning back. I'm no spring chicken, as you know, so I'm worried I might not make it to the end, but we'll give it our best shot, won't we? 来 let's go, 婷婷，走。
我们现在走的这一个叫做漫步人生，人生没有一帆风顺，所以我们要经历不同的挑战。
The first obstacle is not really one at all. The 15-meter suspension bridge is an absolute doddle.
这个的话呢是速度与激情。
我要飞得更高。有点紧张，为什么呢？因为回不来了。Oh, there she's going. Come on, 加油，拜拜。Woo! Oh, it's quite fast actually. It's my turn now. A little bit nervous.
Zooming down at high speed, I can feel my adrenaline start to pump.
Well, that's actually a lot faster than it looks, and it's really close to the treetops. It's perilously close. Well, not perilously, I'm joking. But my arm did brush against the leaves at the top, so it really gives you a thrill. Come on, let's do some more. So, haha.
飞跃龙门，
下一轮来了。
对，这是第3关，我们的飞跃龙门。刚刚是当做热身，现在的话呢，
真正的一个
啊
，Oh no， 也回不去。1, 2, 3， Hey, I'm off! Oh, flying through the jungle. Here I am. Look at this. Wow, at one with nature. I'm as free as a bird. Whoa, bonk.
In all, there are 4 zip wire rides, all hoisted high above the valley. I feel like a solitary leaf being tossed around by fierce seas.
接下来的话，不只是刺激的，我们还有更具有挑战性的。这个的话呢，叫做步步惊心。
公哦，很稳，很稳啊！那不怕，很稳，很稳。
This obstacle is a 6-meter suspension bridge that makes my heart flutter with each step I take.
Okay, I shouldn't really be stopping in the middle here, although obviously it's perfectly safe because I'm harnessed on.
The more steps I take, the faster my heart beats. The Tai Chi Plum Blossom Rope Bridge is a real test of balance.
试一下。
同志们，向前进。This is quite difficult, especially holding this little GoPro here because I have to coordinate rather silly feet and only one hand holding onto the safety rail or rope thing at the side. And I have to be careful not to step on these round things here. Uh-oh, no stepping on there. Wow! 后面有个摄像大师在跳来跳去了。
I have no idea what each new hurdle holds in store, which makes the course all the more enjoyable.
伊恩骑过自行车吗？
当然骑过。
在地面比较多，对不对？但是这个不一样哦，在空中哦。
好骑吗？
好骑。
那我就直接上来。Okay, I'm ready. Bye. Bring, bring. Oh my god! So I'm basically riding a bike on a tightrope through the rainforest and I can't get up. 哦，我要站起来。What the hell? Oh! It's fun, it's interesting.
After having given my legs a thorough workout, it is now time for my arms.
这个要挑战到我们的臂力啦，抓住这个，然后的话呢，一步一步的往这边走。
运动量蛮大的。
是的。
脚不能动，站直着，手动。
Okay. Whoa! Oh, it's actually quite difficult to keep your balance on this surfboard in the treetops.
接下来是我们最具挑战性的一个项目，看这个翻山越岭，
像攀岩一样那种感觉。
顾名思义，就是我们从这一座小山翻到另一座小山。
可以，来 ，first the safety harness. Okay， 就是这样子。Oh, it's so difficult with one hand. Oh, I got grateful. I'm going to have a rest this minute. Excuse me. It's quite long. Well, it's not. It's only a couple of meters, but it's really, really slow progress. And the problem is this really tests your strength. And you've got to coordinate your hands, your feet. At least it's not wobbling back and forth like some of the others were, so it's quite stable.
While exploring the peculiarities of the rainforest, I am overwhelmed by this sea of green before me.
看到那个竹子状的，是我们的一个白节藤竹，节骨眼的位置是白色的，对。然后它的那个竹笋特别的奇特，不像我们的竹笋长在地底下，它的竹笋在它的节骨眼的位置，然后长出来，又会长出新的竹子，然后向四面八方延伸。
能吃吗？这个竹笋？
这个不能，
看起来很美味。
你想摘是吗？可以哦。但不只是这一个，你看弯弯曲曲的过江龙。
这个就是过江龙，
对，过江龙长达数百米。我们有一句话形容它：神龙见首不见尾，不是猛龙不过江。因为它很长，所以我们会用这句话来形容它。
The final 200 meters of the zip wire, and I can call myself a rainforest warrior.
Oh, look at the scenery! Oh my goodness me! This is exquisite! Oh, a bird's eye view of Yalong Bay, oh my goodness, and Hainan Bay by the looks of things. The beauty of Hainan, the beauty of Sanya, the beauty of Yalong Bay, my friends. Yay! Woohoo!
It is of moderate difficulty and would be particularly suitable for children accompanied by their parents.
12个项目就已经全部挑战完毕啦。
Next up, it is time for a spin on the rainforest rafting ride, which is much like a roller coaster, only on water and through a forest.
Rainforest rafting, well that sounds a bit like a thrill, doesn't it? This is on a man-made water chute above the rainforest. It's like a theme park ride, but in a tropical rainforest. I'm not sure what to expect, so let's go and find out.
The total length of rainforest rafting is 3,100 meters, with a drop of 280 meters between start and finish, as well as no fewer than 28 bends.
Shot time. Hold on to your hats. Oh, these corners really just creep up on you. They're unexpectedly cheeky. I thought it was, I looked back on the straight then, but it did a little snaky bit there, and oh, that floats you around a bit. Oh, it's quite fast actually. This is actually a lot of fun, I've got to be honest. This is really good fun.
The glass water chute seems to magnify the vastness of the forest all around. En route, we even enter a tunnel bedecked with flowers.
Well, there's no other word to describe that than absolutely thrilling. Apparently there was beautiful scenery to be had, there were models of dinosaurs and insects around to scare us, but I had no time to pay attention to any of that because I was too busy hanging on for dear life and enjoying the ride.
Soaring high above the treetops, taking in the magic of the rainforest, I find myself having touched down on Heaven Street.
我感觉这里的文化氛围也很浓哈，很多工艺品啊，比如说这里有印章啊，早就看过这个东西，我了解过，但是我都没有自己的哈，
可以试刻一下。
那我过来了。
A seal is an art form that combines sculpture with calligraphy.
中国呢，最早的这个印章呢，它是虎符，是一种权力和信用的象征。后来又慢慢的呢演化成文官用印，又演化成这个平民用印。中国的印章呢，它是兴起于先秦时期，距今有3700年了。我们这个呢是篆刻，印章讲究阳刻和阴刻。阳刻呢印出来以后呢，它是红字；你阴刻呢印出来是白字。
哦，那就是凸和凹的区别是吧？
对。
啊。
Before cutting into the stone, the content must first be written onto it.
跟这种印刷体是完全不一样的。
这是阴2个字。
哇，真漂亮哈！He can do this with his free hand, like freestyle. He can just take the blade and cut this into the stone without any mistakes. It's pretty amazing.
你可以拿刀试一下，我刻一个阳刻的，你刻个阴刻的，你像写字一样，你直接就刻了就行了。
有什么技巧吗
？3指指法，这3个指呢，它比较灵活一点，无名指顶到石头上。
这个道理我懂的，但是我看能不能实现。
Since this practice began, there has never been a standard way to engrave a seal. As a complete beginner, I am free to choose my own way to hold the knife.
为了这个加深它的深度呢，你可以再来一刀，2刀、3刀都可以。
好的。
With guidance from Mr. Yen, my first Chinese seal comes into being.
第一次呢，反正达到7分了。
还好，
及格了。
我反正满意啊，这个就好了。
Mr. Yen begins to make a yang seal. In other words, one whose characters protrude slightly. Between his skillfully coordinated hands, a seal slowly takes shape.
Well, it's really difficult to carve a traditional Chinese seal, as I'm finding out. Mr. Yen here has chosen a type of stone which is apparently quite soft and easy to carve, but even so, it's still really difficult for me to work out how to hold this little blade and how to carve the lines correctly. On top of that, in these traditional Chinese seals, they use not block capitals for want of a better expression, but an ancient script, an ancient version of the Chinese character, which are not block capitals.
难得你喜欢中国文化，这个印章我就送给你。
好荣幸，谢谢。哎呀，来，我们一定要把中国的传统文化传播全世界。
As culture is passed down, innovative additions are often made by craftsmen, such as Zhang Wanjie.
请问您这儿是什么样的一个画法呢？
我这个用中国画的形式给您画一张漫画，您坐，
谢谢
，1分钟就可以给您画。
好。
这个，
哇，Oh, do I look like that? Really? 哎呀 ，look at that! Oh, 老了，非常棒，非常好。
Zhang Wanjie incorporates an ingenious trick into his work.
这个名字我要变个魔术，我要用这个镜子一照，就是中文你的名字，看镜子里头，看到了吗
Nice， 这个很棒的。That's amazing. It's like mirror writing in Chinese.
Writing backwards is an entertaining skill that delights audiences.
I've had these done before, but this is the first one in China and the first one done by a Chinese person. So there we are, very interesting. Does it look like me? 谢谢老师，还差一个点，哈哈哈，我还有自己的印章啊哈。哦，完美 ！Look at that, lovely. Some modern culture and some traditional culture, nicely fused together.
Here is another type of age-old folk art which has been enthralling audiences through the ages.
我们最传统的古彩戏法，
跟我们西方的魔术有什么不同的呢？
我们可以四面观看。那西方的魔术呢，只能在前面看。我们这道具很简单，你想检查这根筷子，这是2个吧？有没有问题？
对，没有什么问题。
来，我给你开始表演最传统的3相归动，往前没有3层帮，往后没有2层底。咱拖着往底，晾着往里，扣一个，晾一个。说一根木棍几千秋，2个茶碗岁月流，3方4斗招人爱，几个红豆传全球。开始了啊！您看好了啊。说拿起来一个，扣上它，再盖住它，再拿上它，说走。你看见了吗？它就是2个。说这边有一个，扣上这2个过，这边就没有，这边就是3个。
怎么一回事？
刚才我知道您在怀疑我们这3个海绵球是软的，是吧？
啊，
我们换成硬的可以吗？
没毛病。
不管您换什么都不管用。您再看好了啊！
好好好，
看一下是您的眼快还是我的手快啊？说我拿起来这个，扣上它，盖上它，抓住它，说走2个。说这边有一个，扣上这2个过，这边没有，这边就是3个。和什么东西没关系？
太棒了！哇，这个太快了。
The three immortals returning to the cave is a long-established magic routine. Performers may use water, cloth, or flowers to enhance the act. Approaching the master to learn more, I prepare to be fooled thrice.
好，我开始我的表演了，大家看好啊！3个球，2个碗啊，1根筷子，没毛病吧？你可以检查一下。
没有毛病，你很厉害。
仔细看啊。这里有几个？这里有几个？
这里有一个，
哎，
那边有一个，桌子上有一个。
你确定吗？
我确定。
好，来，我们看一下哦，看好了。哦，可惜了。啊，没关系。哎，这里呢？哦，一个这个外面一个，还有呢？哈哈。关键的还是在我的手里。其实老师非常给面子，哇，谢谢你哈，这个是很难做到的。Well, coming here today, I've learned a lot about Chinese magic. Let's call it that, although apparently it is quite different from our Western magic. A lot of that relies on a certain amount of preparation, whereas this relies completely on sleight of hand. It's very difficult to master. One thing that's a little bit disappointing, though, is that this traditional art form is in real danger of dying out. So I hope that through this broadcast today, we can attract more people to come and take it up.
After a whole day of fun, I am beyond famished. I hear the Hilltop Thai restaurant is not to be missed.
哇，快看这个夕阳啊！
Situated on a mountaintop overlooking a cliff, this eatery offers a fantastic view of the sea and the sky with its semi-open design.
我一来了，我就可以感觉到，这里不仅是吃这个饭，而是吃这个风景吧。来，哇，一桌满满的，我的口水就开始流出来了。
The head chef remarks that Sanya has similar tropical vibes to some of its Southeast Asian neighbors. He hopes to be able to bring authentic Thai cuisine here to people's doorsteps.
这是冬阴功汤，泰国的酱料，加上它那种虾，有那种香茅熬出来的。
哦，这个很香啊。I'm getting lemongrass. I'm getting chili. Lovely.
Tom and yam mean sour and spicy respectively, and kong means shrimp. One bowl of this fare before your meal can really arouse your taste buds.
是非常漂亮的菜，叫做香叶包鸡。这个香叶啊，来自泰国，它本身有种味道，跟那鸡肉包在一起，它会渗透在那鸡肉里面去，吃起来就非常清香。
This chicken's really delicious, well, really tender. They've Kept the skin with it as well to give it that extra sort of moisture. It's really good.
Chicken marinated in curry sauce paired with this leaf creates a fantastic lingering flavor.
这个鱼看起来非常的丰富。
这是泰式三味鱼，它有3种口味，酸甜辣，它里面具有一种泰国紫苏叶熬制种酱料，吃起来会非常开胃，
融合的很好。
对，
特别是这个辣，我喜欢。
Having a meal here as evening moves in, you can see the ocean in the distance and the mountains just beneath you. A breathtaking sight indeed.
Well, coming up here to the top of the Bird's Nest Resort for a Thai-style feast is not only a feast in the traditional sense, but I think, as you can tell too, it is a feast for the eyes. Take a look for yourselves.
The Bird's Nest Resort is hidden in the jungle, and its rooms are named after different kinds of bird, such as goose, peacock, eagle, and magpie.
这就是您今晚要入住的房间。
哇，这个风格跟我们这个森林真的很搭哈。
对，看那个房梁，我们会建得很高，采光会非常好。
对，跟着这个空间感哦。
这个房间它总共是194平，然后是2个卧室，这一边是一个主卧，它是一个大床房啊。然后我们山上的话可能会有一些蚊虫小动物，但是您放心，配备有这个蚊帐，所以说晚上您绝对是可以睡一个安稳觉的，
哦，就可以放心睡觉。哇，这个布置也很漂亮啊！
这么给您做了一个蜜月布置。我们这个房间还有一个最大的亮点。
哦 ，This is beautiful。看这个。
这就是我们 T 字形的一个泳池，远处的话还可以看到亚龙湾的一角，还有百年的参天古树。
我早就听说过鸟巢这个酒店，但是它为什么叫鸟巢酒店呢？
咱们在山脚下往山上看的话，你会看到我们酒店是一栋一栋的小木屋，呈现在山林之中，就像是一个一个小鸟窝。
啊，有道理。Well, I can imagine after a very hard day of play here that relaxing in this would be just the ticket. Not only relaxing here, but enjoying that as well. Beautiful.
If you don't climb the mountain, you won't know how tall it is. If you don't see the views with your own eyes, you won't know how beautiful they are. This tropical paradise within the forest and wonderland above the sea is waiting for you.
这里是海南卫视。